Please join me on stage once your name is called. Katrina Gontz, class president. Sanders, President-elect. Ken Lauer, Class Vice President. Morgan Unruh, Vice President-elect. Joe Yoder, Class Secretary. Katrina M, Secretary-elect. Nikki Strayer, Class Treasurer. And Jamie Ewart, Treasurer-elect. At the beginning, Dr. Davis stole some of my lines and made me cry a little bit. But hello to our family, friends, and my fellow students. You are likely in attendance tonight because either you're graduating or you know someone graduating from the Hygiene or Assisting program. I think I can safely speak for all of us when I say that we're honored that you've chosen to spend this evening with us. This is the combination of a 2-year program for hygiene students and a 1-year program for assisting students. As a hygiene student, I can only specifically speak to our program. And to do that, I'm going to go back to the beginning. The only thing that united this group of 21 students on our first day was that we were scared out of our minds. Yes. We had heard the stories of how hard it was going to be to find patients, how many tears we were going to cry, how much our instrument kits would cost. I had to get 2 credit cards out for that. We were making a huge investment into our features, and it was impossible to know just what we were getting into until we were here. So, in true dental hygiene fashion, we dove headfirst into SMATA meetings, the terminal shank parallel to the long axis of the tooth, and Mrs. Pawnee's tooth drawings. During our first semester, we welcomed a hygiene baby into the class when Katie had her little guy, who we heard earlier. Just before our last semester began, we welcomed 2 more hygiene babies when Ashley and Carly had their little girls. And soon after we graduate, Courtney will be welcoming her little guy. I want to dedicate this speech to you new moms, as well as to all of those of you who had children at home when you began this journey. I don't know how you did it. As I thought about the strength of these women, and Ken, I began to realize how similar dental hygiene is to raising children. We got into this field because we're caretakers. We spend hours making plans, and sometimes, often, they don't go as planned. We have to think on our feet a lot. We have to understand a lot of gibberish. There's a lot of drooling. And even when our patients don't love what we're doing, we keep doing it because we know that it's in their best interest. Although I don't have any children of my own yet, watching these little ones grow has been a very clear visual of our time spent in this program. I'm sure you've heard the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I would say it takes a village to finish your dental hygiene program requirements too. All silly things aside, it didn't take long for us all to realize how much we were going to need to rely on others for support. This is not a solo program. Whether we needed a pep talk, a babysitter, a couch 3, or someone to practice our local anesthesia injections on, our spouses, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, church members, and a plethora of awesome clinic patients stepped in to help us out. To those of you who are our patients, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If not for you, we might not be graduating today. You provided your teeth to help us meet our requirements. Those of you who were our first patients, as Dr. Davis said, we especially thank you. Every new skill we learned had to be practiced on the first patient. So, my first day with the high-speed suctioning clinic, I sucked my mom's hair up in it. Thank you for being a good sport, Mom. As much as we love our family and friends outside of hygiene, it was sometimes very difficult for them to understand exactly what we were going through. We've spent a lot of time together, yes? I don't know if you realize how many hours we've spent together. This is definitely going to be hard to wake up tomorrow and not be with our class. My classmates and I have bounced ideas off of each other. We've studied for countless exams together. We've cried in the locker rooms together. And we've searched for patients in the HACC cafeteria together. I especially want to thank my buddy here, Ken. You can't do this program without your best friend, and he's listened to this speech like 7 times, just in case I needed his help. No, but in true dad fashion, thank you. This community has been a pleasure to be a part of. I hope that even after we graduate, we will continue to call on each other for advice, support, and laughs. We have created a bond and a trust with one another that is unique. After all, we wouldn't let just anyone learn how to use a sickle scaler or needle in our mouth, right? I will truly miss all of you. Thank you for a wonderful 2 years of memories. My hope is that we will all find a job that we truly love, where we can use the knowledge and skills that we have learned at HACC to promote oral health. So my fellow students, go out and change the world one mouth at a time. Thank you. I just said my mouth is dry. Casey doesn't have an air water syringe to put my mouth for me, so I'm going to pass on the honor of being smart president now to Casey. Use this gavel as you wish. I never had to. Just have to use your loud voice. You're going to be a great person.
I had the honor to work closely with Katrina over the past 2 years. In her role, Katrina has shown leadership and professionalism with clients, classmates, and faculty, and I am happy to present this gavel to you as a token of our appreciation.